When you think about a loved one who's passed away, you probably don't give much thought to the material things that they've left you. Maybe you have a piece of their clothing that you sometimes hold close to your heart or a favorite item of theirs that's displayed proudly on a shelf. But what you value most about that object likely isn't monetary worth, but the memories that it evokes of your loved one and the time that you spent together. You wish you could still hear from them, to learn from them, share their memories with them. And that's where a legacy interview comes in. As your personal legacy lawyer, I know the value of planning for what happens to your financial assets, but I also know that there is something even more valuable to pass on to your loved ones than the money. And that's your stories, your lessons, your insights and values. And what we might not be able to pause time, there are things we can do to preserve the precious memories and lessons of the people we love. And that's where I offer a unique service to my clients who do a trust plan with me. It's called a life and legacy interview to help preserve the unique legacy for future generations. It's an interview that is complimentary, it's built into the trust plans, and it's an opportunity to share with your loved ones a little bit about you. You know, maybe if you have aging parents, maybe they want to do it, or grandparents. But the legacy interview is even more important as a way to preserve their stories and create a cherished memory of their legacy for years to come. And so what can you expect during your life and legacy interview? So a life and legacy interview, it's a key part of my life and legacy planning process with my estate planning clients. If the idea of giving an interview sounds intimidating, which sometimes it does, don't worry, because the process is an easy conversation. And most of my clients tell me that their legacy interview was their favorite part of the estate planning process. And it's a heart-touching experience. And so during your legacy interview, we'll ask you a series of helpful questions and prompts that we plan in advance. Or, I mean, you can also just talk freely about whatever you'd like to share with your loved ones. It's, really, it's your interview. So I encourage you to be your most authentic self and to make it your own. And we'll be there the entire time to guide you through that process. We will record your interview on video, either in person, or we sometimes do it remotely for our clients that are not in San Diego. It just depends on your preference. And then after the interview is completed, we'll edit the footage and put some music to it, background music, and provide you with a digital copy that you can share with your family members, or you can keep it with your estate planning materials as a special memento of your story and your love for your family. We've built this into all of our trust planning because we find that, while everyone says they intend to document their stories and maybe they intend to write letters to their loved ones, very few people actually get around to doing it. And so we make sure that it gets done. And, the way that we do that is, first you got to, start to have a conversation with your loved ones. Talk to your partner, your spouse, about estate planning and the legacy that they'll leave behind, that you'll leave behind. And that can be a difficult conversation. It can be uncomfortable for a lot of people. We all deal with the concept of aging and dying quite differently. And some of us avoid the topic altogether, and others will make light of it and even joke about, kicking the bucket. But regardless, it's important to have the conversation about what your wishes are, and how much it would mean to you that you have a plan, that you plan ahead. And if you aren't sure how your loved ones will respond to the topic, you can try to come from a vulnerable place and not from a place of any sort of judgment if they joke about death, but instead remember that they're joking because they might be afraid. So you can try to say something like, I know that this might be hard to talk about, but it's something that's really important to me. if something does happen to you, I want to make sure that we're able to take care of you. And I know that you wouldn't want us to, you wouldn't want to leave us with a big mess. That's if you're talking to your spouse. That's if you're talking to your parents. You can also let your loved one know how much you value them and how much it would mean to you for them to create a trust, or for your spouse, for you both to create a trust and to have a legacy interview so that you have a recording of them or you as, they are right now before any illness or incapacity becomes a part of their life and in the picture. Kind of approaching the conversation in a vulnerable way that they'll likely be more receptive to the idea of planning for their assets and more intentional in how they leave their legacy behind for the ones that they care about. These legacy interviews and estate planning can actually bring families closer together. Besides preserving a message for your loved ones, the legacy interview portion of it is a great time to reconnect with the moments and the memories of your life and your life with them that, maybe might otherwise be forgotten. In today's hectic world, it can be hard to live in the moment, but by taking a little time to reflect on where your life is taking you, you'll remember all that you've accomplished and all that you want to share with your loved ones, not just in your interview, but every day. And even after the interview is finished, you'll likely live your life with more intention and awareness of how you want to pass on your valuables, your insights, your stories, your experiences, in your day-to-day life. And if a member of your family is completing their interview, you can feel at ease knowing that no matter what the future holds, you'll always have a video of your loved one sharing their stories and their hopes and their jokes and their love with you. The importance of life and legacy planning, it's especially the interview is a wonderful tool for families. And I offer the video as a complimentary service to all of my trust planning clients, young and old. And it's part of it's part of my comprehensive life and legacy planning process, which goes beyond creating documents, and it takes a holistic approach to planning for a life you love and a legacy your loved ones will cherish forever. And at the core of a life and legacy planning is the understanding that your family's most precious wealth is not money, but the memories that you make and the values you instill and the lessons you pass down. I don't know why I'm getting emotional, but by planning for your life and legacy, you can ensure that your family's wealth is preserved and protected for generations to come. And I believe that a life and legacy planning is not a one-time event, but an ongoing process, because it mirrors the ongoing process of our lives, your life. And by working with an attorney who knows you and has a relationship with you, you make your life and legacy planning as effective as possible. So whether you are growing your family or you're well into retirement, I work with you to create a plan that evolves over time and adapts to changes in your life and your family circumstances. So if you want to pass on more than just your money to the loved ones that you love, and leave them with an even greater gift that they will treasure for generations, give me a call. 855-965-3666. I am Satara Anderson, your personal legacy lawyer. I look forward to meeting you.